everybody. I don't know what happened. It stuck for a minute. Anyway, welcome to our Survivor show where we are talking all things Survivor. But first, you guys know the deal. If you're watching in YouTube, you can click on these buttons, thumbs up and subscribe. Really helps support our shows. Although I've been reading in the comments that people are saying they can't thumbs up. So I don't know what's up with that. But do it if you can. On iTunes, 5-star rating and a nice review. That really helps support our shows. Lastly, become a patron for access to our Facebook group and patron-only shows and so much more. Plus, it really helps support our shows. And we're using patron money for Toys for Tots. Oh, I have another. Well, we'll talk about that later. So anyway, do all that. But I'll do this now before John's here. Become a fan. Become a fan if you're not. Click on the head up top or the man or side Pac-Man, whatever. Do those. And now let's bring in John so we can tweet it out. Hi, Comedy Jonah.
Hello. I just realized I'm not wearing my hat.
I was going to wear a Hawaiian shirt in honor of what you seem to wear every time on this show.
You frazzled me because you were starting so early.
I tried to start a whole half hour early, but then whatever.
You need to stick to the schedule, right? Everyone in the chat room, we need a schedule so we can plan our days around these shows.
Excuse me, it's 7 o'clock and our show is starting. I was giving what is called a bonus half hour. A surprise, if you will.
A technical bonus.
A technical bonus where they help make our other shows better.
Hey everyone, can you hear us? Hey everyone.
Can you hear us now?
Bonus.
Now, John, speaking of people hearing us, let's tell people quickly who don't know the way this show goes. This is like our Survivor party. We're going to talk about whatever you guys want us to talk about from the show. John, I'm sure, has some little notes. Then at the end, just like the last 5 minutes, John has spoilers. But we'll let you know. John, people did not like last week when you hinted at a spoiler. Like, you said something like...
Why?
Because they want to be surprised. And when you say, like, well, it's not a merge, then you've removed that so they want nothing. You're not allowed to spoil in any way.
Okay, and I accept feedback. The only spoiler that I'll talk about is the immunity challenge.
Okay, and we're going to talk about that the last 5 minutes of the show. So don't worry, no spoilers until then. And then I'm going to be live tweeting the show immediately after this one. And then, John, what are you doing after the show?
I'm going to be at Kelly Wentworth's screening party in Seattle. So follow me on Twitter at Comedy Jonah. See all of our pictures.
Mm-hmm. So it is going to be a Twitter-licious night tonight. You're going to want to make sure you follow us.
Extravaganza.
It's going to be an extravaganza. Oh, wait, and John, I didn't even tell you this. So everyone, get ready for the breaking news. We might have Survivor publicity people following our Twitters tonight. So anything that John and I tweet, if you guys want to help support us, favorite it, heart it. I mean heart it. Now it's hearts. Heart it. Heart it. It's raharded is what it is.
Raharded.
It's raharded, all right. But heart it and retweet it. That'll help us bring survivors on these shows for you guys. So tonight, just for tonight, stay here and Richardson. Okay, John Richardson.
I gotta sit up.
You gotta sit.
My coffee.
You gotta sit up with your coffee. Now, hey John, what was your reaction? Anna H wants to know to Wu being voted out.
You know, I was, of course, shocked. This is going to be a season of blindsides, and I was shocked because Savage really, well, he was actually going after Spencer, so that's my train of thought. But at the end, yes, I was shocked that Wu left and not Spencer.
Right. There you go. Reese's Puffs. I really wanted you to tweet me this question so I could pull it up on the screen for John. I feel it would have a bigger... because he's going to think that I'm making it up. Anyway, John, Reese's Puffs in the chat room wants to know, have you and I ever kissed?
No, but we can kiss now.
Why can't I figure this out? There you go.
For once, my head is not the biggest one.
Exactly. Taylor Allen wants to know, was the swamp bought for a week forward because Terry was the swap brought a week forward?
Okay.
Because Terry had to leave.
What show are we talking about?
First of all, I said was the swamp bought. To be fair, that's what he wrote.
Okay.
Was the swap brought a week forward because Terry had to leave, because now there's one idol in play going into the merge? Probably. Ooh, there's two?
Idols.
What are
Kelly Wentworth has one, as well as Jeremy.
Good
We've got
point.
one that still needs to be found from the Angkor tribe area.
Right, we do. And you know what else we need, John? We need to smile so people can square, up arrow,
That's right.
megaphone.
I need to do it too.
Okay, great. Everyone do it. Go ahead. We're giving you 5 seconds. We're happy on our Survivor show. Survivor. Tweeting, Pac-Manning, square up arrowing, megaphoning, whatever they've done now. Yay. Okay, great. Oh, Treklord's here. Hey, Treklord. Little Big Red wants to know, who do we wish came back for second chances who didn't get the opportunity, not voted, or offered? I know for me, I would have liked to have seen Rob Sesternino play again. I'm not sure.
Yes.
Maybe he turned it down. Because I don't think he'd want to walk away from his podcast, but I'm interested. If any of you listen to his shows, has he mentioned that? Was he offered it? Did he turn it down? I would like to know that. I have a feeling Joe or Jeremy is leaving tonight, says Rockstars.
Ooh.
I hope not Jeremy, because why do they always have to keep targeting all the hotties?
And that is some hot chocolate.
It is. How about Hayden?
Have some of my hot chocolate.
Spill your hot chocolate. Now,
All over myself.
John, I have to give you props. I have to give you credit. I have to give you kudos because
I never do. You never do.
No,
I'm
and I'm never
this
gonna
down because I think I'm shaking.
Oh, I'm never gonna
Go ahead.
again either.
Go ahead.
All of your spoilers were totally right last week. John totally called the merge, who was voted out, who got the, who was removed from the game. Like, you called them all last week in your spoiler section.
I did a lot of research. I was looking online hard, people. See what I do for the show?
You were, like, going over mountains looking for these freaking clues. You were probably trekking through farms.
You don't mess around here at your reality recaps, okay? We give you the whole thing. We'll talk about the episode and we'll give you spoilers for it. So,
Exactly.
what we do.
Maximus Mom says, liked the guy with the fake cell phone. I don't know what that means. Is there a guy with this?
Is it in our cartoon? That's a martini I'm holding, people.
Oh, how they seeing the cartoon? Anyway, he was right about Cass. Yes, you were right about Cass too, John. You were right about a lot last week. A lot.
Oh, about Cass is gonna come out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. Oh, yeah, it was. Last week was such a good episode.
It was. It was a very good episode. People oiling up at the reward challenge. Nowhere Land loved. I didn't, but what did you think, John?
Well, of course you didn't, because Spencer's a hairless child. But Joe.
Yeah, Joe was great.
Love to love you, baby.
But Spencer didn't get any oil up time. There was no Spencer oiling shot.
Well, we didn't see it because we probably would have had to pixelate it out. Because it would have looked like a child's body.
We've already established that you're old and have bad eyesight, and you probably need an HD.
I do not. I don't like children-looking men.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like men that look like children.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Can we, John, people are dying to know, and this is what I'm excited for too. Powerwolf in the chat room, the old challenge of the eating of the disgusting, gross stuff.
Just the spiders, when Sierra was eating the spider. Oh, at least it looked kind of cooked, right? Like it wasn't.
And they had no problem. None of them really had any. Nobody. I mean, sure, Cass had a little trouble, and Sierra.
But here's the trouble I had, you know,
Okay.
and I'm friends with her on Facebook, and I love her posts. Kimmy's hilarious on Facebook. If you're friends or follow her, she wouldn't eat it because she's vegetarian, and then Wu had to eat that disgusting half-bred. I don't even know what you call them, egg.
Now you're an
with
Indian,
the feet
and that's
the
racist.
Feathers and the egg and and ended up leaving. Ate the egg and ended up leaving.
What? Yeah, what was it? Coco Vaughn? What did they call it? It was something like, right? It was like baby chicken in the egg still alive, or like, isn't like that last one is like the most disgusting thing you can eat or whatever. Oh, a fetal egg. It was a
fetal egg. Yeah.
Thanks, Miss Don Draper. If I would have thought about this, John, if I would have had a minute to think more about this, we should have totally ordered like something disgusting to eat on this show. Now, granted, I would have cheated. Whatever you would have sent here, I would have like just found something that looked like it and covered it in chocolate and been like, oh, I'm totally eating that thing. I don't know if I could do those food challenges. I really don't think I could do it. Do you think you could do it?
It would be a shorter list if you told us what you could do.
Well, I don't think I could eat anything on that list. Like the pig snout, there was like hair.
You've had worse.
And no, I haven't. And that was like the skin of a pig. Like, is the skin of a pig that tender that you can just be like, like, could I just walk up to a pig at a farm and go, like butter? Like, they didn't seem to have any problem eating the pig snout.
No, I mean, not that I'm a pig snout connoisseur, but I mean, I think certain parts of even you are a little more tender and crunchier than other parts. I don't know.
Yeah, but look.
I was fine with everybody. I was fine with everything. But the fetal egg.
I don't know. It was... I don't understand. Miss Vancouver says the pig nose was the worst.
I can eat one now.
Oh, this was a good one. Little Big Red says, how about when Jeremy took a last-minute bite on the way out and was just like, I'm just going to eat it anyway. Thanks, I haven't eaten in a while.
Well, you know, exactly. And you haven't eaten in a while. So, I mean, those things look really bad to us because we just had dinner and now we're sitting down to watch Survivor. But they've been starving on an island. Doesn't look that bad. Fetal egg, still bad to me. When you have the crunchy feet and then you got a feather caught in your teeth, I can't even fathom it.
Yeah, I don't know that, like, but my brain would know they're not gonna let me die. I'll just hold on a minute. Like, I don't think Survivor would really, like, let them die. Like, you know how...
neither would Amazing Race, which is why we should be on it. We wouldn't die. We wouldn't...
No.
You won't die, Eric. No. It's just good TV.
Miss Don Draper says, Jeremy needed protein. Blech.
Mm-hmm.
I could think of some ways to give some of those people protein.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a strategy for another season. Tang Lang says, I would not be able to do it. It's a mental thing, and I'm a wimp. Me too. I would not be able to do it.
But that's the thing. It's a mental thing. Change it, people. Come on. Know your body. Know your mind.
But it's mental.
Starving on an island. You got bugs going in and out of your skin. And a pig's nose. Oh, God. I'm going to sit around and get eaten alive by huge ants on the beach. But, I'm starving. Oh, but a pig's nose. Absolutely not.
I think it is mental, but then it just gets to the point where, like, the smell gets in your nose, and it's like...
You're starving.
I would rather eat, like, a fish. What was with the we have to...
Vagina?
What was with the we have to conserve the fish in the ocean? What was with that? Monica with the... Like, that was so... I know we talked
think
about it,
what she was saying was there's this little cove, and they're kind of smart, and so when a group of them hang out, because I think they're like birds, once you eat them all, there's not a whole bunch left, so...
Yeah, they're like birds.
I didn't mean like they can fly like birds, you dildo. I meant they're in packs.
Yeah, the clams are like talking to each other.
They're not. They can.
Really?
It's how they form relationships. Yes.
Okay.
Did
Wow.
you see Nemo or SpongeBob?
I heard they're remaking Nemo, which I'm very excited about. Trek Lord says, nice try, John. The clams and Monica got voted out for that. Exactly, John.
Yeah.
We didn't really talk about it a lot, and I just, like, I'm on her side. There's plenty of fish in the sea. It's a quote for a reason.
Mama Xanax, I'd rather chow down on a Xanax than a pig's nose.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, Mama Xanax said, I'm still upset, John, defending the chowing down on a pig's snout. Powerwolf says, I ate an oyster and cried. Yeah, oh.
Really?
I don't know how people do that. You just like it because...
What about caviar? Don't you like caviar?
No. No.
What kind of breeding do you have?
I don't know. You only like it because it's
what kind of
rich
breeding
people.
do they have in Long Island?
I don't eat eggs of fish. It's funny that you won't eat the big
You'll
fetal
eat eggs of duck or eggs of chicken.
No, I don't. As you know, it grosses me out. You won't eat the big fetal egg, but you'll eat the little tiny baby eggs in salt.
I'll eat anything except the half-formed duck in the egg.
We can tell.
If I'm able to pick it out, the feet and the half-formed feet and feathers, then I'm good.
You're really stuck on this feet and feathers in your teeth part. You cannot get past that part.
Freaks me out.
Clearly, something happened to you as a child where feathers and feet
I
were
think
stuck
I was
in your
like
mouth.
a farmer or something in real life, my other life or something.
Something has definitely happened to you.
It did.
Screezy says, I love sushi, but I hate cooked fish. Well, that's kind of interesting. Debbie says, no seafood, fish crap in the water, ew. And then a pig.
We all crap in the water, come on.
Miss Don Draper says, I'll eat it, bring it on.
You go, girl.
Then bring it on. Wizard of Mom says, I'm glad I ate before I started watching. Well, Queen Bad Seed says, don't they eat dogs in Cambodia? Well, probably, but I don't know what that has to do with this.
Well, it's in Cambodia, Survivor.
But they're not going to eat dogs on that show. Could you imagine?
Well, I mean, she's saying they're eating all kinds of other things and they eat dogs.
No, I get it. But, oh my, could you imagine if Jeff was like, it's time for the family visit. Oh, come here, Fido. Oh, for the first time, we're bringing your dogs on. We're bringing your pets. Here they are. Oh, by the way, they're your food.
I'll be the first one to pet it.
They're your food for the rest of the show. Enjoy.
Rice and dog. Rice and dog.
Rice and dog. Party with Kelly and Dale tonight, right, John? Yeah.
Absolutely, Michael. You better be there.
Mm-hmm. Queen Bad Seed says, you so get me, John. Powerwolf says, Eric, for the challenge finale last year, they had to drink some gross fish eggs or something horrible. Ugh, sounds gross.
You have $1 million to brush it out of your teeth. Come on.
Well, that's true. I mean, that's true. I think I would just have to... See, but you're not playing for a million. Like, don't get me wrong. If they put any of that food down in front of me and said, you have to eat it, and when you're done, you get $1 million, oh, yeah, I would eat all that food. No problem. But it's not. It's like I have to eat this food and compete in like 19 more challenges and then do like 15
I just
other...
wish I had $1 million so I could put a smorgasbord together for you and do a you now and just watch the barf coming out of your nose.
For $1 million? That's all? Please, you could have had me do it naked. I would be naked, no hat.
Okay, I'll do it naked.
I would, like, what for $1 million? Anything you want. Start a GoFundMe, somebody. I'll do it. I got news for you. I probably would have done it for $10,000.
Just donate it to the patron. I'll do it with you.
Mama needs a car. Fear Factor is harder than the Survivor Challenge. I don't know about that. It's kind of is.
I think so too, Michael.
But it is Fear Factor. I mean, it's the same thing. Fear Factor, they ate gross stuff.
True. All kinds of gross things.
Queen Dad Seed says she knows what she's doing if she wins $1 million. Mama Zanuck says, I was just watching the season in China where they ate baby turtles. That's sad. I wonder what...
ate a turtle on Walking Dead.
I wonder what I was going to say Rhoda, then I was going to say Rhonda, and now I got it.
Different programs we're watching. I say Walking Dead.
Rhoda and Rhonda, but what I was thinking is Ramona, and I was wondering how Ramona would feel about that. Eric and John, do you think that Cass will make it to at least the final 10? Anna H wants to know.
Absolutely, especially after the last episode. When she had her change of heart with Spencer and said, listen, they're gunning after you, she just turned someone who absolutely hates her from her season. And Spencer's loyal, and I think that's what you like about him. Besides his hairless body, I think you can sense he's loyal. She has got him for the rest of the game. He's not going to go. He's not going to cross.
Okay,
saved him.
So what was your answer again? You said 100%.
I think she's going to make it to final 10. Yeah.
Okay, then 100% no, she is not going to make it to the top 10. She is a nasty, vile woman who is rubbing everyone the wrong way. No, they're not going to let her go any further. Tonight we're seeing that Chaos Cass is coming out, and ain't nobody going to have time for that. She is going mainly because, though, you said she would.
So if I win, what do I get? Can I ship you something to eat on this show?
Sure. And if I win, can I ship you something to eat?
No, because...
then no, you can't.
Yes, I will eat something gross that you said.
Okay, great.
On this show.
Well... Don't I wish I'd had the spoiler information that you had right about now. Debbie M says, you're so right, Eric. Thank you. Rhonda G says, yes, do it, John. Okay, there you go. So if Cass makes it into the top...
The final 10.
Then when is final 10?
3 people away. There's 13 left.
So 3 more weeks. So if Cass doesn't make it, if she's out... in the next 3 weeks, you have to eat something gross.
Right. It'll be your Christmas gift when I send it to you.
Can't be worse than last year's. Allison P. Maybe I should put some... Maybe I should
made that with my own 2 hands.
Maybe I'll put some spices on it, whatever you send. Hi, Eric and John. Just tuned in. And hi, everybody. Hi, Allison P. Wonder if Cass would be hard to work for, says Oh My Lanta. Do you think Cass would be hard to work for, John?
You know what? I actually prefer working for people, male or female, like that. I like your face, black and white, boom, Devil Wears Prada. I like that.
Clearly. Speaking of, Mike Ritchie's in the room, Michael Riccardi, and he says, finally caught you guys on live for once. Hi, Michael. We love you. Michael races with us.
Oh, yeah.
When we
nice
do...
of you to tune in, Michael. Nice of you to...
Nice of you to tune in, buddy. Cass would be a tough but fair boss.
Yeah.
Seriously, my real opinion, I love Cass. I think Cass is amazing.
I love to hate her.
Right. I think she is one of my faves this season. What did Trek Lord... Oh, Trek Lord said the shade is real. Are we being shady? Oh, yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Let's have a YRR prom, and Joe can be my date, says Mama Xanax. You never know.
Okay.
You never know. Queen Bed Seed says, do we know what Cass does for a living?
She's a lawyer.
Oh, I hate her. Hater can't stand her. Anti-Cass. No. Boo. I've never met one I've liked yet.
So then good. You're your side. If she doesn't make it to 10, I'm going to ship you something to eat on the show. If she makes it, because I like her, but I love to hate her.
Okay, great.
You will ship me something.
Yeah,
and we have all these witnesses. We have hundreds of witnesses.
We do have hundreds of witnesses. And, by the way, everybody, you'll all have to help me pick what John's going to eat when he loses.
And it can't be a duck?
No, you didn't put any disclaimers, so get ready for a big old fetal egg. With lots of...
for a big old pig nose.
as a matter of fact, I'm going to
Hello, Mr. Butcher. I need a hoof and a nose.
I'm going to see if I can get a genetically mutated one that's all feet and feathers. It's just going to be a fetal egg that mutated, and it's just all feet and feathers.
You would hard boil it and stick in a foot.
It's just going to be the mutated fetal foot feather fetal egg is what you're getting. Charlotte M says, guys, use your free likes. Yes, I did forget. If you have your free likes, use them. That really helps support a show. Do we know what kind of lawyer? Does it matter? Spring Curl says, I love Cass. I like Cass too. What about I don't even watch Survivor. Okay. Debbie M says, but she's so nasty on the show, meaning Cass. What do you have to say about that, John?
Well, I mean, she hasn't been nasty up until this last episode, so we're going to see, I think, a little more cunning Cass than just pure nastiness like we saw in her season.
Okay, I got you, boo.
It's going to be epic. It's going to be epic.
I got you. That's not the answer I was looking for. Debbie, oh my God. Debbie, while I love you, I would just like to point out this one fact. Reality TV is not life. And how you act on reality TV shows does not necessarily represent the way you would act in life. So... yeah, I wouldn't judge her.
Just ask Abby.
Just ask Abi-Maria. Exactly. Thanks for disproving that. I like...
So what about Fishbach breaking down strategy?
If you don't call him Fishback, I'm going to...
Fishback?
Yeah, thank you. It's nice.
It used to be like a men's catalog that was like Bach. It ended in Bach, and it was Bach. I forgot.
Maybe just because you were probably friends with Bach in the 1800s, so that's where you're thinking of.
I said I thought the future, not the past.
So, okay, what about Fishback? He can't do a slip and slide. Like, look, I am the least athletic person. I am never going to make fun of...
Do you think that they might have asked Rob, and Rob said, you know what, I can't, my wife's pregnant, take Fishbach?
I don't know who that is. Do you mean Fishback?
Fishback.
Da-na-na-na. If I could edit the show, I would have, like, symphony play every time you do Fishbach. That very well could be. But here's my point. Like, I'm just saying, how hard is it to run and slide?
It's not hard. It's not hard, especially then you say, oh my gosh, my strategy, I just wanted to do this. You can't even slip and slide.
You can't even slip and slide. And what about when, oh my god, who was Jeremy? What about when Fishback walked back and Jeremy was like, you have to have faith in yourself, you do! And I would have been like, oh, I'm sorry, I totally do, I have faith. This is totally building my confidence right now.
Oh, daddy.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm ready. Holding my breath.
Oh, Trek Lord, by the way, that wasn't a loophole. I'm well aware. John missed it, though. The world's biggest mug, Eric says, eek. Oh, you're all...
Bruce L. said Cass and Abby should work together. They'd either work together really well, or they would be the worst enemies. And I'm going to say they're not going to work together. They clash too much.
I think Cass and Abi-Maria would work together the way the group of serial killers on Devil's Night work together on American Horror Story. There would be probably one person drilling through somebody's head or a lot of stabbing of things. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
We're talking about Survivor, though.
Yeah. Well, American Horror Story is on tonight as well. Rhonda G, thanks for using your likes. Yes, we got over 1,000. Thank you. Bruce L says, some people just throw stuff and suck to suck. Well, that is...
Do we think Fishback is throwing stuff?
Oh, I didn't even think... Well, no, because I think he would be honest in his,
Crying.
In his one-on-ones, I think he would be honest. Like, look, he knows. He is someone that does shows like we do. He would be honest in his one-on-ones and tell us if he was throwing them. What I thought was weird from last week's episode was when he was crying and was like, we just have to go after Joe because my season we didn't take out the Joe. And I was like, why are you
That's what I mean.
Why are you crying?
Right?
Like, what? Like, why are you crying?
Right.
Like, what? Like, so chill. Like, I can't get the words out crying. Like, I just can't. Joe. And I'm like, stop going after Joe. If you take away Joe, Jeremy, and Spencer, they're literally, like, you will have to find someone else to do the show with, John. Like, I'm out. If they take out Spencer, if they take out Joe, and if they take out Jeremy, there literally is no point for me to watch anymore. I'm just letting you know.
Not even for everyone tuning in and hanging out with us.
No. For them. I'm saying for me. There's no more eye candy. There's no more eye candy.
That's when it becomes a job.
Exactly. Right now it's just fun looking at Spencer.
Well, I think it was smart for Fishback.
Thank you.
To try to get rid of Joe for his own game. Now that we're going to have the biggest merge in Survivor history happen tonight. Yeah, we got a lot of strong males, and we've got this skinny little Jewish, shaking, wet, guy who can't physically do anything or socially.
That's racist.
Really get his point across. So.
That's racist.
He was voted in.
What does him being Jewish have to do with it? Native American.
I know. There's a Native American killing everyone in Fargo this season, so whatever. It's a show. Come on, people, light up.
Spencer Rockstar says Spencer's not leaving to Final Four. I honestly think Spencer's gonna win, honestly, and I say it for this reason. The Survivor edit is always the same. Whatever they start the episode being like, this thing is never gonna happen, is always what happens by the end of the episode. In general, Survivor loves the flip edit. Sure, sometimes they twist it up a little bit in the middle, but the majority of the time, whatever they try and make you think isn't gonna happen before the first commercial break is what happens. So my only other point is, every episode, somebody has made it a point to say, Spencer will never win this game. It's not even relevant to storylines. People just throw in, Spencer will never win this game. And I'm like, why do you keep putting that into episodes?
Well, I'm nervous, and I agree with what you're saying. Expect the kind of unexpected, we don't know what's going to happen. You know, Kelly parties on a particular night. Like, I don't know if, what's gonna happen. We're all gonna watch the episode together, so I'm nervous. We haven't seen a lot of Kelly Wentworth.
How old is Kelly Wentworth?
Huh?
How old is Kelly Wentworth?
She's like 28.
Perfect. Can you do me a favor? Can you get her drunk, take her phone, and get me Spencer's cell phone number? Oh, God. If you watch Periscope, she's surrounded by the gays. Right. Oh, so yes. Work your way in there and get me his cell phone number. Into the inner circle. I need you in the inner circle, and I need pictures. Michael, did you hear that? You're going to be on the other side of her. Michael, look, whichever one of you two needs to make it happen. And if you want to buy her a few drinks and she's old enough, maybe you can get the winner out of her. I got this. Don't even ask her for the winner. We can all get sued. Don't even ask her for the winner. Now we're minus $1 million. Now we're minus $1 million. All right, fine. Don't do that then. El Ferry says Joe. Yum. Debbie agrees with me. Eek says Joe's gotta go. Debbie... Joe does for the game, but Joe is good to look at, and if you follow Kimmy on Facebook, because I think she does more on Facebook than she does Twitter. Joe's at her house all the time watching the show. So there's a lot of cute pictures of Joe. And what is watching the show code for? Come on, is that like Netflix and chill? Yeah, I bet he's watching the show all over that couch. Hey, Kimmy, I'm coming over to watch the show. I mean, we lived it. Some. Yeah. Eat something nasty. Eat some clams and watch the show. Just that clam snapping. Kelly Rice says, we should make a drinking game when John says it's wrong. When John says it's wrong, and then we can all watch him get drunk. I guess... John, you say things are wrong a lot? I'm so confused. Eek says terrible. I think when one of my predictions is wrong, I should take a drink. Oh, got you. Oh, because right. They're saying that I'm not going to have my finger on the pulse for tonight's episode. So I'm just going to get totally wasted because my finger isn't on the pulse. Well, guess what, people? I'm on the pulse. Well, we're about 15 minutes away from John's spoilers for tonight's episode, so we'll find out how on the pulse he is. Tim Paul X says, don't you think Kelly Wentworth is getting a winner's edit? She could be. No, because I still don't know who she is. Well, hopefully you follow me on Twitter. You'll look at the So my Twitter's right here, Erica. My Twitter's right here. So she's getting a winner's edit. I haven't seen it. She's the blonde, right? Yeah, she's blonde. Good. I know you don't pay attention to women very much. I know her dad's name is Farm Guy 69. Right? How can you forget that? Right. AOL chat room. Tim Paul. Got it. Rockstar says, I have a feeling that Wentworth made it to Final 3. Well, you could have a feeling any of them make it to Final 3, I guess. I will pour the booze. If you hold her head, Michael, I will pour the booze down her throat to get the information. That's what we do here at Your Reality Recaps. We are professional reporters. Right. So... please become a patron. John needs money to buy alcohol that This is what we're doing.
Lots of booze for Kelly Whitworth.
Exactly. And by the way, speaking of patrons, I meant to do this earlier. I just want to say thank you, Jill McLaren and Maria Marino, who both became patrons today. Thanks, both of you.
Yay!
John is going to use your money to buy a drink, apparently. John, oh, Debbie says, John, you look like you know something big.
Me?
Mm-hmm. Taylor Allen says, chances are Jeremy and Kelly are fighting for Joe's trust and who to use the idol on. And to use the idol on him. Interesting. Spencer is the hottest out there other than Joe. Thanks, Michael Riccardi. Right? Boom.
Michael likes hairless boys, too.
My God, he's not hairless. You just can't see.
Okay. Yeah. It's like on little boy bodies, yeah.
Joe is Captain America. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mike. No. Miss Don Draper says, hashtag on the pulse with John. Wizard of Mom says, cheers. Tequila shots with John tonight, says Michael Schmutz. Yeah, are you guys allowed to say where it is? Like, is it open for anybody that's in the Seattle area?
I think it is.
So then why don't you tell everybody where they could meet you if they're in Seattle?
Hold on a second. Let me get Dale's text.
Okay, go ahead. You find out from Dale if we're allowed to say where it is. And
There's Papa. Papa, can you hear me? It's at Buckley's on Lower Queen Anne.
Buckley's on Lower Queen Anne, which apparently is a place in that state.
Right by the Needle. Right by the Needle.
Right by the Needle. Was John's spoiler correct last week? I tuned out as to not hear it. Eek, he was not right on one spoiler, or two, or three, but he had all 4 spoilers correct last week, so...
On the pulse, people.
He only...
Comedy Jonah, on the pulse.
On the hashtag on the pulse. He only has 1 spoiler, though, for you tonight, so he's not spoiling a whole bunch.
I'm not, because of the hate.
Exactly.
I just gone.
Megan Wheely said, John, you need to go to Hearts of Reality with me next year. Megan, of course John's coming. Become a patron, and hopefully that's what we're working towards.
Bring me there.
Yes. I don't, but trust me, we don't need to tell Megan. Megan is a huge supporter of reality recaps. But yes, that's our plan. John and I hope that we have enough to do Hearts of Reality next year. We're excited. John, we have more Florida fans, fun fact, than fans from any other state.
Really? I didn't know that.
We have like 100 fans that literally interact in these chat rooms just from Florida. And I'm not going to name them all now because we're talking to Survivor, but if I started...
And Glammy's in Florida.
And if I told you Giselle's in Florida, so many people that you know...
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know.
That's why everybody wants us to go to Florida. So yes, we're hoping... that we'll do Hearts of Reality next year. We got a while. John, do you think that Sierra plays a better game without her mom? Anna wants to know.
I think she is, because of course you're not distracted with your loved one. Like they said on their season, it made it really hard because you had someone that you loved. But you know what? Again, Sierra turned on her mother and ended up voting her out. So Sarah is there to play the game. Sierra is there to play the game. So I think she's doing a good game. She's low-key. We haven't seen a lot of her either. So her and Kelly.
You know, speaking of things getting hard, we have not talked about Spencer.
You're talking about Spencer again?
Yeah, we have not talked about Spencer a lot this episode. So this recap. So what did you think of him being targeted and weaseling his way out? I see people asking in the chat room.
Well, it shocked me that Savage, it's like, Spencer reminds me of a young me and my son. Let's get him out, everyone. Like, and I think, he knew he would have Cass on his side, and she was a big influence because the other people were in her tribe, and he would have the majority of the votes.
Mm-hmm.
But that Cass, boy, she knows how to turn it. Nobody's going to control her. She's going to be who decides what and when and where. And we got to see Cass back. It's a little smoother. She's learned some lessons. I'm nervous, people. I'm nervous.
I'm nervous too because I feel like it's going to go either way. The fact that we're this early on and we're focusing on the Cass and Spencer drama, to me means one of them is going to backstab the other one. And I hate to say it, I think it'll end up being Cass that splits Spencer's throat. And I hope I'm wrong.
Oh, it will be.
I hope I'm wrong.
She'll split anybody's throat.
Of course you will. Of course you will. Chances of Takeo saying 5 strong going into the merge, Taylor Allen wants to know. Do we think Takeo is going to stay 5 strong going into the merge?
Tonight?
That's the question.
Oh, I'm sorry. The tribes are dissolved tonight.
The tribes are dissolved tonight.
There's no more tribes.
I'm giving you the answer.
Everyone's on their own.
Everyone's on their own.
That's what it means by the biggest merge of, they're all merged together.
I think what he's saying
13 people. They've never had them where they dissolved the tribes and had 13 people. It's the biggest one in survival history.
But I think what he's saying is, do you think all the Takeo people are going to come back together now and form like an alliance, I think is what he's saying.
They said it's divided between the two tribes, the Takeo and Bayon, and even though the tribes aren't official, they are definitely divided.
It is.
That was the spoiler. That was that they gave us.
Yeah, that's what they told us on the previews. Trek Lord says Spencer is getting a winner's edit. I hope so. I hope so. Kelly Rice says Spencer will stay loyal to Cass. I hope not.
Kelly Rice. You're absolutely right. You know why? Because I got my finger on the pulse.
You got your finger somewhere.
Comedy Jonah, finger on the pulse.
I hope you watched it.
I want to do that like the news anchors. Finger on the pulse.
Comedy Jonah on the pulse.
Who has his finger on the pulse? Comedy Jonah. He's got his finger on the pulse.
I could totally do one of these. I could totally do a on the pulse, like pop-up. I could.
On the pulse.
Michael C says Eric John equals Spencer will be in the final 5 with Cass, Abby, Steven, and Joe. Eric John equals I don't get what you're saying. Spencer will go back to Jeremy. Ooh, yeah, I actually think Spencer will go back to Jeremy. I do.
Did you read Miss Dawn Draper's?
Tonight's Miss Dawn Draper said, tonight's merge is like a big lush bath bomb dissolving into glitter and chaos. Exactly. I wish.
That was a funny post, I have to tell you.
Ricky Johnson says, okay, can we talk about Jeremy? He's using Joe as a shield the same way he used a physical guy in his other season. Do you think it will work out for him, though, this time? So do we think that Jeremy using Joe as a shield is going to last?
Yes, I think it's smart.
It is smart. You always
You always use the shield, just like they're using Abby as a shield.
Right. You always keep the bigger threat in the game, whether it's Survivor or Big Brother.
Absolutely, the one that's causing the chaos. But I mean, and I mean that loosely because Chaos Cass isn't like the chaos Abby brings. She's the more cunning. It should be Cunning Cass.
It should be Cunning Cass.
I'm changing it. You know why?
Mm-hmm.
Fingers on the pulse.
Because your finger is on the pulse. Actually, Bruce, I see Bruce in the chat room saying you want to call in. Bruce, we can't do a call in this show. I'm working because basically people that watch the show back on YouTube, they're not hearing you.
If you watched the Bravo show this week, you'll understand, Bruce. That's all you have to say, Eric.
Right. We're working on it until we... I'm sorry, I feel like we're begging this show, but become a patron so we can get the real software. Until then,
there you go.
I'm working on a workaround to make the call-ins. Hopefully I'll have it figured out by tomorrow. Yeah. Fishback and Cass are going to cut Joe tonight is Rockstar's guess.
Ooh.
I hope so. Oh, wait, they're going to cut you. I thought they were saying we're going to cut Cass. No, we will see.
No.
Sierra and Jace, too bad she's married. Yes, indeed. Ricky Johnson said, in his last season, the Shield turned on him and got him out. Yeah, well, interesting. Miss Don Draper says, John's finger is on the pulse. Rub that pulse. Rub it out. Not sure
in 10 minutes.
In 10 minutes. Okay, just so you guys know, when we're saying, because if you're watching this back or just listening to the audio, when we're saying so-and-so is going to be out and da-da-da, that's not spoilers. That's just the chat room people making their guesses, just in case I wasn't clear about that. We're going to let you know when we are in the spoiler section. Now, that being said, we only have about 10 minutes left, so I think we should go to the spoiler section. But before you guys leave, if you don't want to stick around for spoilers, let me just remind you, if you see tweets from John or I tonight about Survivor, heart them and retweet them.
Please.
Please, that'll help us get survivors on this show. Okay, now that being said, John's spoiler section and oh wait,
John,
no. Ready? Turn around.
Okay.
I'm doing your sound effects.
John, on the pulse.
On the pulse. Hey, John. What?
I love that. I can't stop doing it.
Yeah, we have to figure out a better way to do. We got to get some theme.
We do.
We need some theme music. Somebody hook us up. Okay, John. Okay, John. By the way, stick around past the spoilers because I meant to tell people our Big Brother news for tomorrow. But oh well. Go ahead, John. What's your spoiler?
So I gave a lot of spoilers last week. People weren't very happy. People want to be surprised. So I'm not going to give a lot of the stuff that I think might happen or I think I've read on the internet. You know, the internet, it's always true. But I want to talk about not just do the tribes go away and everybody's on their own, but the immunity challenge is a hard one. And it's the one we saw. It's called Hard to Handle. And it's when they have the thing and then the balls on it, and they have to balance and do the step. And this is what we saw on Brawn versus Brains versus Beauty Survivor. So this is going to be a really good challenge for Spencer because he's done it. So has Cass, and so has Tasha. Ooh. So...
Okay, so that's honestly not bad. We could have told people nothing was being ruined by that. But whatever. Okay, so we're not telling you anything else. We just told you what the challenge was. So, okay, right. That's not bad at all. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Debbie says, John, you're having way too much fun. And yes, balance is tough.
In life.
In life.
Survivor,
exactly. Exactly. Okay, so John, let everybody know. Yeah. Okay, get off your pulse.
On the pulse. I wish I had a big wig with hair flying. Like, on the balls. I'm sorry. I'm losing my mind here.
Yeah, clearly there's some alcohol in there. Queen Bad Seed
I'm
says...
getting ready for the party.
Queen Bad Seed says, John, DM me the rest of the spoilers. And Rockstar thinks that Spencer's going to win the immunity tonight. Okay, we only have like 5 minutes left, so let me just tell you guys really quickly. Tomorrow night, it's going to be at a different time, 8 p.m. Eastern instead of 7. Our Big Brother show, we're going to have Vanessa and Mel on together. I know a lot of people say they want Vanessa and Mel on together, so we are doing that tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern instead of our normal 7. And then, of course, Friday night is our fan show at 7 p.m. So that's our shows for the rest of this week. Of course, I'm going to be live tweeting Survivor right now, and John is going to be tweeting out party pics. John, point to our Twitters. They're on your side.
They're on my side. So you guys on the East Coast get to watch the episode of Survivor. Then after that, I will be at the party with Michael, and we will be live tweeting and doing little videos and all of that for the next hour. And then we're going to watch the West Coast version. So it's like 3 hours of Survivor brought to you partly by your reality recaps.
And
CBS.
I mean, CBS. I'm sorry. Yes.
Oh my
by
God.
CBS, everybody.
It's not part of the poll.
Don't forget, heart and retweet.
I love this jumping out.
It's your favorite. It is your favorite.
Okay.
All right, everyone. You can find all of our Survivor content at yourrealityrecaps.com/Survivor. Like I said, tomorrow, Big Brother show, Friday fan show. John is back on Monday with Glammy, where we're going to be talking Bravo, and I think we have all of our technical stuff worked out. So yay, and I'll be live tweeting American Horror Story tonight too. So we love you guys. You guys, I'll see you on Twitter in like 5 minutes. John will see you live with whoever Kelly is. And
Kelly Wentworth.
Whatever. Bye everybody.
Follow me, Eric, so you'll know who it is.
Okay, bye. Say bye, Joe. We love you guys. Bye,
Bye, guys.
everybody. I'll see you on Twitter. Bye, we love you.